What's good, Cave Gang? Cave Guy here, back with another video. Um, I posted one, I think, a day ago, 2 days ago, and I was going over certain events. Sorry, I look beat. It's early morning, sun's not even up. Carlos is going off. Um, yeah, we touched on certain events. We touched on the George Floyd incident. We've touched on the virus, the pandemic, and lockdown, and what I feel is the real reason behind the shutdown. I feel like, I don't know, maybe they're testing their limits on us, see what they can get away with before people start to disobey, basically, go against the government and be like, no, we're not going to do what you tell us. Which, like I said, I don't know if I said this in my last video or not, but I'm down here in New Mexico. So down here, there's been certain businesses throughout the lockdown who have basically disregarded it and tried to reopen. And the governor, has had the state police come in and shut them down. Now our sheriffs, they believe the whole lockdown and shutting down the business is completely unconstitutional. So they won't back her. They haven't been backing the governor throughout all this. They haven't been backing, and our governor's Michelle Lujan Gresham, a Dem. Our state's it's primarily blue. You know, southern part of the state where I'm at, a lot of conservatives, second right advocates, pro-life, which, well, I don't like to really get into those deals. Maybe one day if it becomes a topic of discussion. But today, what I kind of wanted to get into was, just some thoughts I've been having on life in general, not so much on the events that have been taking place in the world, which is, definitely important. But I feel the bigger picture is kind of perfecting ourselves, and finding that inner peace, inner enlightenment in ourselves, and not just for ourselves, for your family, not necessarily if you have kids or whatever, your brothers, your sisters, mothers. And what I mean by enlightenment is just truth, the truth about everything. The truth about everything. I mean, what is the truth, So we have the Bible, right? And like I said, I think I said in my last video, I was strong, Christian for quite a while. And I really believed in the Bible. And I still believe a lot of what's in the Bible. Don't get me wrong. I'm not totally dispelling the Bible. There is value in the Bible. I just feel like when there's over 1,500 different versions of the Bible in the United States, I believe that's what the number was, around 1,500. And shout out King Self. He's the one who actually tipped me off to that. And that's a lot of different versions of the same book. That's a lot, and they all can't be right. They all can't be right. And so what I take away from that is they don't all have to be completely right. You know what I'm saying? They don't all have to be completely 100% correct. All they really have to be is to have some truth in it. If there's some truth in it that you can take away from it, the truth, then it's beneficial to you in your journey in life. Because I feel like we're on a spiritual journey in life. It's not just like we're not just here to live, consume, and then die. If you think that, I feel really bad for you. That's what's the point in that? You think your life really has that little of meaning? Really? I hope most of you don't. because there's so much more to life than just the here and now, man. You know what I'm saying? There's so much more to life than uh, money, cars, and clothes. You know, they're nice. This shit's nice. Don't get me wrong. You can get it, get it. I ain't got no problem with getting it. But I'm saying the main point of everything is far more valuable than those things. You know, um, because we are eternal, and that's one thing we can take away from the Bible. And many of the, sacred books, holy books, say this: we're spiritual beings. We're in a vessel. This is our body, right? Body, skin, bone, flesh. This is basically our transportation in this world. No different than when you hop into your vehicle. You know, that's your transportation. You can start it. When we wake up, we kickstart this body and we get to doing what we're doing. And when we're done at night, we shut it down and let it charge up. And in the morning, we repeat. And when we go to sleep, here's the kicker: when we go to sleep, our conscious mind, our soul, mind and soul, they don't rest. Your soul doesn't have to sleep. Your soul doesn't get tired like your body gets tired. Your soul doesn't know time like your body knows time. They're different. That's why when you sleep, you're entering a different realm. You're entering a different dimension. Your conscious being, your spirit, is leaving your body. It is astral projecting into a different realm. Maybe? Well, just humor me. So when you sleep, okay, like we said, your body is asleep, your spirit doesn't rest. Now, when you go through these dreams, some of these dreams, I'm sure most people have had, sometimes you feel like you've been there a lifetime. You know what I mean? You feel like you've been, it's the dream's forever. And then eventually you wake up. Why is that? Could it possibly be that in that realm, time passes differently than it does here? Does, maybe in that realm for our spirit, time, years could take minutes. I mean, is that totally ridiculous to think that in a different realm, their concept of time is completely different than ours? And the time it takes us to have a lifetime, they've gone through multiple lifetimes. I don't think it's that far-fetched. Actually, that's what I believe. And so that's the dream realm, and where you go in the dream realm. Now let's just get more specifically into the soul. So your soul. My main question I like to ask is, do you believe in an afterlife? Do you believe that when you die, you go somewhere else? Whether it's heaven, whether it's hell, whatever you believe in. Do you believe in an afterlife? You should. You should believe in an afterlife. You should believe in multiple lives. Multiple lives. So for me, for example, and I've always said this, I've always said it, my wife can attest to it. I've always said this. I've always felt like I've been here before. Have you ever had deja vu? What do you think deja vu is? For me, I feel like I'm reliving a moment in my life that I'm recalling in this present life. Now, for whatever reason, for the reincarnation, which, that's what it would be, maybe, I don't know, maybe I didn't do well in my last life. Maybe I wasn't living the life I was supposed to be living. And I got rejected. I wasn't able to pass go and collect 200. I went straight to jail, which I don't really believe in hell. I believe I believe this is hell. You know, I believe with everything that goes on in the world, how could this not be hell? How could this not be hell? I don't believe in a fiery pit full of demons that you're going to spend all eternity in because the life that you lived. If the Father, if God loves his children so much, this is for mainly Christians, God loves his children so much, why would he punish them in such a way? Would you ever punish your child in such a harsh way, no matter what they did? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. And I like to think that I'm a decent father. Some may argue good, you know, but I just don't believe in it. So what I believe happens when you die is, you die, you ascend, you leave your body. You leave your body. Like, I don't know if anybody's ever heard of DMT. It's a synthetic ayahuasca, and ayahuasca, yeah, whatever it is. Basically, it's this herb that helps you transcend, basically astral project from your body while conscious, and you basically visit different realms, and you're gone. Like, you're gone. Most people who do DMT, you can look this up on YouTube, you'll see a bunch of videos. DMT used to be legal back in the day. You could order it online, and they'd ship it to you. And then they, criminalized the chemical in it, which actually did whatever it did. Now, that's a synthetic version. That's not the pure version. But a lot of people say the synthetic version is it's a shorter, in this physical realm, it's shorter. It's only about, 10 to 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes that you're gone on this trip. Ayahuasca, the actual original ayahuasca, and they still make this in a lot of cultures, I believe in South America. I'm pretty sure they still have it. Well, basically, I'm guessing it's some type of root. Well, they make it into a drink, and you drink this, right? And then you go on a trip, and you're on a trip, you're gone for a while, like hours, I think it is. It's been a little while since I looked it up, but like hours. Anyways, so you're gone, right? And people say when they go on these trips, whether it's DMT or ayahuasca is a pure form, so I'll stick with DMT. I know a little bit more about DMT. And so they take this, and they say they're gone. They say they literally feel themselves shoot out of their body, their spirit shoot out of their body, and then they're gone on this spiritual trip throughout the dimensions. And they see things that they can't explain. They see things that that they can't explain with words that we have, the way that we understand, how things, our what's the word for it? Our reality, the way things work here don't work there, or they don't work like they work here. It's different. So there's certain things that they can't even explain because they don't, they can't imagine it here in this realm. It's like something you can't bring back with you. Anyways, so I believe in a higher realm. I believe there's other dimensions. I believe when you pass on, you get to pass or you fail. And if you fail, you're back here and you get to redo it again. And I believe this is the closest thing to hell that we got. And so I feel like you ascend, you're basically judged. You're judged by your actions in life, which, a lot of Christians, I understand where they come from. There's a lot of good morals in the Bible and the way that they perceive things. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to take nothing away from them. So you pass on, you're judged, your life flashes before your eyes. They decided whether you're a good enough spirit or if you ascended enough within that spiritual self to continue on. And if you don't, well, shit, you're right back here with me.